Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the complete and speedy recovery of Batsheva Sarah Bas Chana, Sasson Betzalel ben Batya, Shaul Ben Berta, and Sapir Bas Ariela. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in memory of Shlomo ben Edward and Edward ben Shaul. May their memories be a blessing. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Terumah. Our Parsha begins with Hashem telling Moshe to solicit donations from the Jewish nation to construct a Mishkan, a sanctuary and home for God in this world. They were asked to donate diamonds, gold, silver, and copper, specialty red, blue, and purple wool, linen, animal skins, acacia wood, and other exotic materials. And on the summit of Har Sinai, Hashem gave Moshe the exact instructions on how the Mishkan was to be built. It was to be made readily disassembled and transportable to accompany the Jewish nation during their journey. However, a question comes to mind. Hashem asked the Jewish nation to donate their diamonds, their silver, their gold, their exotic materials, but he did not say what it was for to begin with. Why didn't the Parsha first begin with the plans and the blueprints of the Mishkan, and then Hashem should tell Moshe to ask for donations to build it? The Chizkuni, the famous French rabbi Rav Chizkiah ben Mana, answers this question by quoting a well-known opinion that the Torah is actually not written in chronological order. And this view is first brought down in the Mechilta de Rabbi Shmuel and used extensively in the Talmud and the Midrash. The Chizkuni writes that Moshe was told to ask for donation before he went down the mountain Har Sinai for the third time following the sin of the golden calf. Moshe went up the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights 3 separate times. His first time was after the giving of the Torah to learn with God. The second time was to ask for forgiveness for the sin of the Egel Hazav, the golden calf. And the third time was when God pardoned and forgave the Jewish nation and then told Moshe to build a Mishkan. The Chizkuni explains that people already knew what the donations and contributions were for. They were to redeem and atone for the sin of the golden calf. And this is why the Pasuk writes, V'yichuli truma me'es kol ish asher yidivenu, liboy tichu es trumasi. Take from me a gift from all those whose heart moves them to give. Since the Mishkan was one of the ways they atoned, the contribution had to stem from their own heart. However, the Aruch HaKadosh, Rav Chaim Ibn Attar, gives a deeper and more powerful explanation. He writes at the end of last week's Parsha, the Jewish nation told HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God himself, Na'aseh v'nishma, first we will do and then we will listen. And the Medrash Rabbah writes that God gave the Jewish nation 2 crowns, one for Na'aseh and one for Nishma, as reward for listening and following his commands. And now God is putting their dedication to the test. Will they follow their words and give because God asked them to, or will they want to know what it is before they contribute? And Rabbi Sachs, of blessed memory, wrote that the very act of giving flows from the understanding that what you give is part of what you were given, and especially when you contribute for no reason. When you give, it is an act of gratitude to God for the blessing he bestowed upon you and your family. In our daily life, we must be kind and compassionate towards each other, even if the other is not deserving of such kindness. Just one seemingly small act of kindness or a smile and a good morning may have a drastic effect on a person's life. And it is imperative that you know that you are the one that gains most from that interaction. Not only because the reward you may receive from God, but also because giving allows you to show appreciation to Kadosh Baruch Hu, to God, for what he has given you. There's an amazing quote that I once heard. Always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. Have a great weekend and a good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.